Hello, hello, hello. It's Thursday already. Sorry I'm a little late. I just got back from an appointment and I have this big, what is this? Anybody know? It's like one of those, like I've said before, those home decor things that you like bought back in the 80s, right? Remember when we used to always go to those home decor shows? I do. Your friend would have one. They would bring you a book to work. Okay, if you're younger than like 50, you probably don't know what I'm talking about because you were probably a kid. Maybe in your 40s you might know. No, probably not. More like 50. And you would go and your friend would have one and they'd have all this stuff and then you'd go to the party and you felt like you had to buy something. Do you remember that? I sure do. And I always bought something and I always loved home decor for the entire time of my life. Obviously, I still love home decor. So I'm just trying to like clean whatever gunk is on here. Clean in my bottle. And you know what? Now we carry White Lightning pre-made, brand new by Dixie Belle. So you don't have to have a fine mist sprayer. It'll come in a pre-made bottle. It's kind of cool. So I would buy the pre-made one and then I would buy a powdered one and then I would just refill it up every time. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, so I'm just spraying it with water right now because I just washed it with the White Lightning. Get the residue off. This thing is like, it's pretty light. Doesn't weigh very much. I'm going to close it. All right. I hope I didn't think I was rude because I just closed the door and said hi. Customers looking at paint. All right, so I need help. What colors? So I'm gonna have to paint this thing on both sides. You remember Jan, right? You've been to a few of those. This is what this stuff reminds me of. This has no like tag on it, but it could come off of here if I wanted it to. But I figured we washed it, and then we're just gonna paint both sides. What colors? Help me. Throw them out there, girls and boys and children and my friends. Oh, yeah. I had a really tough day yesterday. I had a customer tell me I was rude. Sometimes you just have to laugh at the stuff that happens. So when you guys are in the store, you know that I'm going to talk about it since, hey, she said I was rude, so I figured let me explain it to everybody. We have a point of sale system. It keeps track. I put your name in there and your hi Sharon and your email, like when you come in, right? Or when you sign up online. And your phone number. Because believe it or not, people always leave their credit cards or their phone or their glasses. And I can usually look back on my security cameras and be like, oh, those are so-and-so's. And if I recognize the person, right, I can grab it. While I'm telling you my story, tell me what color. Because I need to pick a color. So when we pull up your name, Jan, you've been here a million times. I pull up Jansky's name. If on my computer system, it's a touch screen and that computer out there is janky as hell. I will never buy another Dell computer because it is a terrible computer for me to use out there. I hate it. I'm looking at colors as I'm telling you my story because I'm trying to think of what color. I don't care. Just tell me like blues. Okay, Jansky. I'm looking at the blues. So when we pull up your name, it automatically sends you, when we're done with your transaction, it automatically sends you a receipt. Okay? This has happened to many people before. It just automatically hits out a receipt. Let's start with this one. Well, when Gary Ann was checking whoever the lady was out, and you might even be on here, whoever it was somebody with the nurse first name. I won't tell you what that means because that would be kind of mean. But anyhow, we pick, right? She hit the wrong customer. So the lady that didn't buy anything got a receipt in her email. She said, I got a receipt for 2 pillows and I didn't buy them. And I'm like, that's okay. Our point of sale system, we pull up your name. If we happen, operator error, we happen to press the wrong one because the screen will jump sometimes and it's a touch screen and sometimes we got fat fingers, right? And we never touch the wrong person. So somebody with your name, your same first name, we press, sorry, it doesn't mean we didn't charge you. I have no way to charge you. I do not have your credit card stored for my future use. I know you didn't buy the 2 pillows. I explained it to her. She goes, well, that's unsettling. And I said, well, I understand that, but our point of sale system, let me explain it once again. This is how it works. We pull up the name. The only thing that happens is that the points, because, we give customer rewards. How many of you have taken advantage of the $20 off after you got to 500 points? Lots of you, right? I said, the only thing that happens, I'll go in and take the points off of your name and then put them on the right. I'll try to find the right lady because, that was cut. She spent $75. Sorry, we made a mistake. She goes, you're rude. And hangs up the phone. I was like, okay, I guess I'm rude. But the thing is, here's the deal. When you're dealing with the public like we do, I'm trying to explain something, but she's not listening to me. She's not listening to my explanation. She's already thinking that I'm scamming her, okay? When you get a receipt or an email, it's from me. It's not like I hire some place to send all this stuff out. So what we've done now is we have turned off email receipts on our cash register. So if you're used to getting them and you're in there, you will no longer get them. This has happened to me 2 or 3 times in the last couple months. And I don't mind explaining it, but I think with our society now and so many of us getting scammed by people, I think maybe it might be easier to just not do them. We give you a paper receipt when you're here, and all sales are final. And I can always go in and get a copy of one if you need one. But just to save my sanity, because maybe I wasn't explaining it right. But don't hang up on me and tell me I'm rude because you don't understand what I'm trying to explain to you because you're not listening to me and you're talking over me the entire time I'm talking to you, thinking that I'm ripping you off. It's very frustrating, you guys. Sometimes it's so frustrating. It's just like, good Lord. So that kind of sets your whole mood, right, for the whole day. But I have some great news, though. Let's switch. This is, what did I use? Pure Ocean. That's pretty. And then we got this base down here, which I'm going to paint that a bit. Oh, wait. So I painted both sides, and I'm okay with letting, like, some of the green gray show through. Hi, Ronnie. I'll let this dry. Where's my dryer? My dryer is over here. So I have some fantastic news. Like, fantastic news. I'm going to plug in my hair dryer, or not my hair dryer, my dryer. It's going to unplug my light. Because I will blow the circuit if I have them both plugged in. The light actually pulls quite a bit. How many of you have remembered my saga about my landlord? My old landlord. You guys, we have been in this building open September 1st of last year. It has been 11 months to the day. And I gotta say it without this on. I finally got back my security deposit from my last building. Hallelujah. Finally. I won in court in May. They refused to pay. I sent letters upon letters. I had to take them to collection. I just stopped that process because I got a certified check in the mail today for the full amount with my court fees. Hallelujah, praise Jesus. Are you kidding me? I was so excited. 11 months since I have given the keys to that you know what and walked away from that old building. He has fought me and fought me, and I won and I persevered, and he appealed all the court decision 2 times and he lost both times. So bad people don't always win. Sometimes the good win. So, which is great because guess what? Last week I had to put in a new air conditioning and they'll pay for half of it. So everything happens for a reason. I mean, I'm just glad I don't have to deal with that ever again. I get an email from my old landlord saying, I've been trying to get a hold of you via text and phone. Well, you can't because I blocked your number last year because I can't talk to you anymore. I cannot. So he emailed me. So I knew it was coming and I wasn't sure if it was true. But today I told my husband, there's a certified letter coming. You got to be home. And he opened it and there is a certified cashier's check. Cashier's check. So I know it's good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Celebrate 11 months of fighting. 11. So, good news. Good news. I'm super stoked. So, you guys can be happy with me, right? It's about time, no doubt. I did win. You know what's funny is I won back in May. May 24th. He has 30 days. He didn't pay me. I had to get ugly. But I just, I sent factual letters. I stuck to the facts. I said, by the way, I am taking you to collections, which I legally can. I have a judgment. There's nothing you can do, and I will attach your properties, which isn't going to help my blight because I'm never going to get my money, right? I don't want to do that. But I got it. Cashier's check. Oh, it's going in tonight. Don't worry. He won't stop paying now. He paid it. I mean, what would be the point? He lost, and he knows it. That's why he tried 2 appeals, and he lost. Okay. I need colors over the top to make this stand out. What are we going to do? Ideas. Working in retail is very hard, Sharon. And I guess maybe, I don't know, was my tone, was I being bitchy when I was talking to her? I didn't think I was. Sometimes I do have that tone. I just do. It's just natural. Love me or leave me. I don't care anymore. I really don't. I just get to the point where I'm like, I'm sorry. If you don't like me, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I really am. And I think that's what makes people angrier. Because I really don't give a hoot if you don't like me. I mean, I'm going to be 60 years old here in a couple months. Life is too freaking short to have ugly people in your life, right? Okay, let's put a little bit of burlap over the top. Let's see what that does. I didn't plug my light back in. I probably should because we're just going to dry brush this. I'm going to plug the light in. It's kind of dark, girls. So that's my grand, amazing news. Super stoked. I also got good news today on my car, my Jeep. I had to get towed home from California. Simple fix that the shop in California should have picked up on and they didn't. Made a lot of extra expense for us, which now is another fight that I get to deal with. It's like one thing after another. Can't just anything go right. Can't anything just go right. We're just taking this as a dry brush. You get that with age. That's so true, Ronnie. Like, I don't give 2 shits what people think about me. I help so many people without having to say I help people, like other business owners, other shops, other entrepreneurs. I am the first one to go and help you get your business, mentor you. So many people, but I'm not out there like saying that, I'm not out there like bragging about it. I kind of am now, I guess, but I don't And I don't want anything in return. I love to help people. Why do you think I share all this with you guys? Because I'm a bitch? No. Because I love to share and teach and help. Very aggravating though. But anyhow, that person will never come back in my store. I'm fine with that too. Look how pretty this is. So I gotta tell you, if you look, can you see it? The gray that it was before is kind of showing through and actually really doing a nice little rustic look on this. Let's flip it around. I'm going to do both sides. We're dry brushing burlap over pure ocean, both Dixie Belle. I'm not going to worry about waxing or anything like that. Doesn't need it. It'll be just fine. So you guys know, one way that you can support me without ever stepping in my store is by watching my YouTube channel. I am diligently trying to get monetized on YouTube. What that means is the more people that watch and subscribe, the closer I get to actually getting a paycheck from YouTube. Now, it's not a lot of money, but it is helpful, especially when times have been tough, right? And just by watching, which doesn't cost you a dime, I have 30 some odd videos so far. I hope to be fully monetized, meaning making money from YouTube by the end of the year. I'm close to the amount of, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. I have 900. So that's close. But you have to have 4,000 watch hours. That means that every time you guys watch my YouTube, you need to watch it all the way through. Please. If you don't, that's fine. You don't get time, that's fine too. Let's paint this face burlap. But if you do, it does help me out a lot and helps them to pay. You know, once you finally get monetized with YouTube, you know, you make so much a day, $10, $20, 30 cents. I don't really know, to be honest, how much it will be. But the thing is, and I kick myself all the time, but you know, you can't go back. You can only go forward. If 7 years ago, when I started this business, I had done what I'm doing now and putting these lives on YouTube, you know how many videos I would have and how much content would be out there, and you wouldn't have to search for it on Facebook, because on YouTube, it's lined up. Boom, 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 boom. So this video I'm doing now, like Ronnie's on YouTube watching, Jan's on YouTube watching, Jansky. Hi, Jan Larson. Oh, good. Did the Indigo Bird do your chairs? They're awesome gals down there. I love them. See, they are another local business that I refer to all the time. I know those ladies. I don't go see them every day, but I see them once, maybe a year. I'll pop in, I'll go buy material. They're fabulous. Why not? Why not, right? But oh yes, Ronnie, thank you. So when she's doing her projects, she puts on my YouTube in the background and watches it. There's so many reminders in there and stuff. You know, I'm trying to cover all bases. And if you guys want to see certain projects on YouTube, let me know. I've got a million of them I can do. I'm just kind of going back over, hitting a couple of the spots maybe a little heavier than I did, just to give it a little more dimension, because I think, do you see how it's starting to take shape? It's starting to just kind of come to life. And when you don't have a lot of paint on your brush, you can just basically dry brush over the top. And what it's going to hit is all the little highlighted edges. There's hardly any paint on this brush. Okay, you can't see it on my hand. But when I hit these edges, it's just enough paint, and I'm going to add a little bit more, and I'm going to wipe it off on my paper towel to hit the highlighted areas. Jan, are you making a trip back down to the valley? I haven't seen you in a long time. How's the fires up by you, Jan? Are you doing okay? Jan Larson, sorry. Jan Ski, I know you're down here, just around the corner. So hopefully I get to pick my car up tomorrow or Monday. They weren't sure. And hopefully life gets back to normal. It sucks that I can't put the money for the lawsuit like to use for myself, like pay myself, because I got to pay the guy who put the air conditioning in, which the air conditioning is twice as much as my. Gosh, have you put a new air conditioning in lately? It's not the heater, it's just the air. I almost fell over. And yeah, but gotta have air conditioning, right? Especially when it's 105 out. Can't have the store without air. Wow, you guys, this is turning out so beautiful. Let's turn the light off for a second and see if it shows. Oh, it's going to be darker. So I'm going to show you with that and then with the light on. Whoa. So look at that. So hard. But do you see how all the details just kind of stood up? This is beautiful now. I love this. Now I can kind of see where I want to put a little bit more. Both sides we did. So then I'm going to go over and just look at the top. What do you think? How fun. This was something that one of my friends donated to me. She said, I'm redoing my whole house. Do you want this? So I'm like, heck yeah. She goes, for Thrifty Thursday? I said, yeah. So it is truly a thrifted gift. But isn't it pretty how soft now it became? Now we could add a little bit of showy. Let's add a little showy. Yeah, this is gonna work. Let me see if I can get this lid off. How about some of that? This is called Green Phthalo. Phthalo. It's some of those letters are silent. Green Phthalo. I don't know how to. The people that create Would You Better from England and Greece. So I'm sure it's something to do with that. But I can't pronounce. Okay. Get a little brush. This is called a chalk paste. This is super fun. It's super thick and goes on. It goes on thick, but it also just kind of. Where's my camera? Just add a little something here and there, right? Not a lot, just to give it a little shimmer, a little sparkle. Everybody needs a little sparkle. And we could do it on one side and not the other because perhaps the person didn't like it and they just are like, we can change it up. I may just do that and just say, you can put it either side. Because this isn't going to be like in the middle of your table. It'll bling it up, right? Just a little. I've also got it in gold and bronze, but I do kind of like the green. And let me tell you, this stuff will dry so fast. It dries faster than chalk paint. It's crazy how fast it dries. And I've had this jar forever, and it will last you forever too. If it gets a little thick, one of mine got a little thick. Just add a little bit of water to it, and it will reconstitute. I'm not going to put a ton on. I'm just going to put enough to just give it a little bit of jewelry on her, a little bit more makeup, I guess. There we go. She don't need a lot, right? She just needs a tiny bit. Can you guys see it? Just a tiny bit here and there, just to give her a little more blingage, right? I think it's pretty. Let me kind of move my chair around. And then if they don't like that, then we just leave it plain. We put gold on this side. Right? Which side do you like better? Yes or no? I mean, they're both pretty. And then it just gives it, I got to set it back a little bit. I'm here. This is kind of like gilding wax, but it's not oil-based, it's water-based. And I really like this because I can paint with it. And I use it on a variety of things just to give it just a little more. There we go. I've got it sitting right next to my face. So I'm trying to push it back a little bit so I can see what I'm doing and get a little bit of a better, there we go. Okay, what do you guys think? Right? Ed does add a lot, Ronnie. I agree. It adds just the right amount of sparkle. Because if you don't want it, then you just do this side. Soft. And if somebody didn't like this, I literally could paint right over this in like 10 minutes. I am going to add some wax to this face. Up a little bit. Let me grab my wax. I'm going to add some dark wax and some real quick. Almost time to close the store. I'm going to grab my Wise Owl wax. I like it a lot. I use it on my Dixie Belle paint now all the time. Have you guys tried it? I like it because it is a oil-based wax. It goes on much creamier than the Dixie Belle wax. It's kind of my go-to now. The only bad thing is if you wanted to paint over it, you would have to strip it off. Or Dixie Belle's wax, you don't have to. And I just want to put a quick coat on here just to kind of get it to seal because I don't want it to be totally dark wax only. You guys ready for the weekend? My weekend doesn't start till Sunday because I work on Saturdays, but I'm using DIY's dark wax, which is a dark brown wax. The reason I put clear wax on first, because if I hadn't, this would be just like this and it wouldn't wipe off. It's going to wipe off because I put the clear wax down as kind of a barrier. So that way I could wipe it off. I just want it to kind of sit in these recessed corners right here. Grab a microfiber and wipe. See, it comes off quite a bit. If I hadn't put the clear wax down though, it would have absorbed into the paint because you guys know chalk paint is super porous. What it does though is it adds a little bit of depth and adds right there in that corner. Do you see that? That's the only reason I did it, is to just add that depth into those corners. Wipe it off. And then it will dry. And it just gives us one more element that we didn't have. See the depth in the corners? Makes them look more pronounced. More like an antique piece of art. This is like a foam. You learned about stickles. What's stickles? Or did you spell that wrong? Or did autocorrect do that for you? How fun, right? So bling, no bling. And I'm going to leave it because I don't think I'm going to do both sides, because that way if whoever buys it can decide which side they want it on. I'll put it on one of the buffets that you can see it from both sides. Gives it dimension. It does. And that's the best thing about wax. And that's why we always throw down a coat of clear first. I need another can of dark brown wax. But yes, so I have new paint shipments that just came in. I have all kinds of fun new stuff. The gal that sells our jeans and shorts, she just put everything on sale in her booth. So if you guys are looking for those Judy Blue jeans, come and buy them. She marked them like 25%. Some of them are even more. She marked them way down. So, because we're getting new stuff, right? New stuff is fun. All right, you guys. So you go out, have a lot of fun. Stickles is glitter glue. Oh, you lived in on the cow picture. Oh, right on. I've never heard of that. You're gonna have to share with me what it is next time you come in. Okay, you guys. My name is Debbie Tona down here at Tona Transformations. You guys go out and be fabulous. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. And go eat some dinner. I'm making steak for dinner. Ronnie, in case you want to know.